And a very confused Iris.
Yes.
Hey, there we go. Is everyone ready to get back to D&D?
Do it after
Nat, I apologize.
Fine.
That's fine. We're only 5 minutes.
Don't mind my emote spam.
I was wondering. Oh,
But-
dang.
Yeah, Kiri, I'll be able to get the thing tomorrow, the Yokai Realm pack.
Yeah, hopefully that helps, because
Oh, it definitely will.
I
No, I don't
believe if everyone is ready, we should
Oh,
start off
yes.
with our legends.
Yes.
Is everyone ready? Alara, Kiri, Eve,
close enough.
are you three ready?
Oh, yes,
Close enough.
darling, I think we are.
I just don't know what shenanigans are going on, and there might be some dogs barking because
Oh, good.
Puddle's a nightmare to deal with.
Alara, are you ready?
Yes?
Mikasta and Iris, are you two ready?
Yes, we're good.
Okay then, for our legend today, I believe we should start off with an oldie.
Oopsies. I probably shouldn't accidentally send you 600 USD.
No, send it to me.
That's a bit of a mistake.
Yeah, do you want me to just quickly do that? Or I could just like...
Nah, PayPal was like, huh? Are you sure?
Okay, that's good. Anyway, for our legend today, it's an oldie but a goodie. Once upon a time, a very, very long time ago, there used to be two gods who formed an alliance. These two were known as Mistra and the now unnamed, or at least their name has been lost to time, god of the Reborn. And it's said that many eons ago, there was a war with these two gods against some sort of dark creature. A creature so dark and dangerous that one of the gods sealed them in a sword. However, in doing so, they sealed their own power in a sword and were reborn into the world themselves. And that's it for our legend today. As I believe we all left off beginning to enter the stone, through the stone doors that are on the ground, the trapdoor into darkness.
Yep.
What is everyone doing?
Being able to see.
I believe those who have dark vision, it is dim light, remember? So it is going to be still hard to see for you guys. Because remember, dark vision only brings things down a level in terms of light. So, in terms of what those with dark vision can see, you guys can see, to whatever range of your dark vision, a set of stairs, more stone, heading downwards, and some unlit braziers on each wall of this corridor.
I'm going to flick some fireballs into these braziers. Firebolts.
They all light up as you now see this corridor descends even further down into what seems to be some sort of room. You can't exactly tell what's in the room because you guys are too far away.
Do we wish to continue? And Eve will look at the rest of the group.
I said, no turning back now. We just finished solving that painful puzzle.
Yes, whichever person came up with that. I hope we never run into one of their creations ever again. Right, let's keep moving then. And Eve will start walking forwards. Or walking towards whatever we're going towards.
Ooh, I need to refamiliarize myself with this character sheet. Give me a second.
I'll
It's
give
been
Alara a second. What about everyone else? You guys going straight down into here now that all the torches have been lit up?
Eliza is also mucking around at the same time because people are gonna be taking their time. She's mucking around and scratching things into the walls every now and again.
Give me a perception check, please.
Oh, that's a 21.
You're scratching a few things into these walls, and you do notice that this isn't regular stone, however, a mixture of this sort of granite, which is a fairly strong stone. It's
She's
not
still gonna
easy.
attempt to scratch things into it.
Yeah, you can scratch
there any-
things.
Can I find any big spiders?
Give me a perception check, please.
Sure.
You and your spiders, I forgot about that until now.
Does a 16 net me any spiders?
Problem.
In one of the crevices of one of the bricks, you manage to sort of stick your sort of clawed finger in and pull out a spider, which is now impaled on the tip of your finger.
Is it a big spider?
It's bigger than any of the small spiders you've seen.
Snack.
They're like huntsman spider size.
Yeah, let's go with that.
We will just give Alara a bit of a look. Like, just a what the fuck kind of look.
And Eliza just glares at him and just like, keep that thing away from me.
Oh, I already ate it.
Don't bring the
I
spiders over
talked
me.
to my
thank you.
dragon form and immediately ate it.
Ew.
And as you guys all begin descending the stairs, Nakasta and Iris, I believe you guys can just follow behind easily. You guys come to a sort of U-shaped room. It's almost as if you guys are sort of standing at the bottom of the U-shaped room. You can see that almost left and right seem to head off a little bit forward. You can't really see around the corners too much, but in terms of the description of this room and any notable items, this room is made of stone, there's braziers on the walls, and it's just generally sort of dark and dingy. It doesn't look like it's been touched in a very long time.
Braziers lit?
You may light the braziers, but none of
Yep,
them.
I light them with a firebolt.
Yep. You can light some of the ones that are closest to you.
I do it like a little bit of a dance style.
Roll me performance.
Sure.
Everyone else, what are you guys all doing?
Aside from scratching weird things into the walls because no one can stop me, not much.
I rolled a 9.
Yeah, Eve, you're not the best dancer. You're just sort of.
I just.
doing
Oh
your
no,
dance.
the dad dancing. The slightly tipsy dad dancing.
What I'm doing is I'm spinning around launching the fireballs off. And kind of, like, I point at the brazier in a sort of dancing way.
Yeah, you miss one of them. You have to relight it. Hardly.
I just look a little embarrassed. Always was born with 2 left feet. Said 2 left feet, but sometimes I'm okay. And she just gives a wee smirk.
Anyway, Nakase, you do notice something different in the room due to your higher perception. And off to the sort of side of the room, you're certain you see almost a dash of white. off sort of to the right hand side. Nicasta, are you there?
Nicasteo Iris.
I'm here. Sorry, didn't realize you're talking to me.
Yeah, you see sort of, due to your superior sight, sort of around the corner to your right, a little flash of white sort of on the ground.
Using my mighty horse vision, I go investigate.
Give me an investigation check as you round the sort of right hand corner and sort of encounter sort of this room does head off further in front of you.
I got a 12.
Yeah, so the room itself heads off further in front of you. There's also a large iron gate to your right, but with a 12, you find this sort of dead skeleton off to the side. It's covered in this sort of old armor. It's sort of holding a shield.
Skeletons
and
are
all that.
traditionally dead. You are correct.
Yes.
Does it have anything useful?
You give it a bit of a search, and it's got about 82 copper, 50 silver on it, and what seems to
is
be
mine.
some hide armor as well as an axe.
Axe. Do I want an
Hand axe, sorry.
I mean, I guess I'll loot it. Not much use to a skeleton.
Yeah.
Loot and scoot.
You pick up all the stuff, and as I said before, there are two directions you could go, sort of further off in front of you, and there is that massive iron gate to the right, which seems to lead on into a bunch of other corridors.
Who's with me right now, anyway?
I would say Iris is on your shoulder, the rest are around the other corner.
I'm not going to wander off too far without other people, since I don't like getting separated in strange, areas. I'm going to wander back to the group and let them know that there's a gate there. I also collect the skull of the skeleton.
Yeah, you can pick up the skull. It's a
Heck
dwarven
yeah.
skull, pretty yellowed with sort of age.
Yeah, got me an old skull.
Anyway, what is everyone else doing as Nikase comes back around the corner?
What'd you find over there?
Stuff.
What kind of stuff?
And a gate. I found a gate. Do we want that gate? We should go investigate that gate. I found a gate.
Do I still have spider climb?
Yes you would.
How tall is the ceiling?
I would say the ceiling's maybe 25 feet.
Can I start walking down the hallway
Which
attached
side?
to the ceiling?
As I said before, two different ways to go. The way Nikase went and the way no one's checked yet.
What was that way, Nakaste?
Headless dwarf skeleton and a gate.
Oh, is it a dead end?
The corridor, I did mention the corridor does continue on as well.
Well, which way do you guys want to go? I'll go first. I can kind of see.
Well, to make it more efficient, how about me and looks around and me and Eliza go this way. Also, Kiri, you forgot to change your name to Eliza.
Oh,
On this.
damn it.
I would have kept calling you Curie the whole game.
I am tired. This is not good.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Well, me and Eliza can go this way whilst you three go that way. I point to the other direction away from the way Nakaste went. How's that sound to you lot?
That works.
Yeah, so let's start with sort of even Eliza. Were you guys going left, away from the sort of direction the caster went?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys head left, and now that you guys have been searching this room, you realize this whole area is more of an O-shaped room, not a U-shaped room, as you guys originally suspected. However, you guys do see a corridor to the left. And what it seems to lead down this very long corridor, all empty except for this black line trailing down the sort of corridor itself. And at the very end, you guys see a massive chest.
A
Um.
massive chest.
There's a chest down there.
Probably
You wanna?
trapped.
I would agree. I'm not, but I'm not the best at picking out traps visually or finding where their mechanics are.
I'll have a look at it.
Yeah, Eliza, you sort of. How far are you going? Are you going to stand at the edge of this corridor? Are you going into the corridor? What are you doing?
I'll start off standing at the edge and seeing if I can see anything, then slowly move closer if I don't.
Oh,
Oh,
hang on,
how
hang on.
tall is the corridor ceiling?
The ceiling itself, as I said, is sort of. I would say this one's around 10 feet. However, I believe you went the other way, Alara, with Nakasi and Iris? Or are you heading with Eliza and Eve?
I didn't realize we were splitting up.
Yep, the group was splitting up. I think.
Interesting.
Unless everyone else wants to actually join the others. Because this room isn't particularly big. You guys can yell out to each other, no problem.
I call back letting them know what we might have found.
Oh,
And
you found
actually
a
call over to
chest?
Lara that maybe they could fly over to it and check it out.
Uh, yeah. I'll just like take a little stroll down the hallway.
You're just walking down the hallway?
Um,
Or you're flying?
yeah. Sure, I'll fly down the hallway.
Okay. Give me a
Why
deck
not?
save, please.
Ooh, I love deck saves. Decks are my favorite. That's a 17.
You begin flying down the hallway, and before you can even move 5 feet, you have to sort of fly out of the way of a large sort of stone block which falls down from the ceiling, sort of smashing through a tile on the floor, which sort of opens a swing, and the block goes down into it and disappears as the sort of trapdoor closes back up.
Guys, it's trapped. Whoever made this
Um,
temple definitely didn't want us to be in here.
Is there any pebbles around the place?
No, surprisingly, this place is incredibly pristine despite being so ancient.
Do I still have a burrow speed?
Yeah.
Not that I think I'm gonna use it. Okay. So,
Oh, I'm
who's good
gonna.
at trap? Do we have like who's the resident trap discoverer?
Wait a minute.
Rangers are good at traps, right? You know traps, Eliza.
Yeah.
I could give it a try, but
Shot.
That's a pretty good one there, to be honest. And falling rock trick and the trapdoor trick in one trap. It's a pretty good one.
I'm gonna look around for pressure plates, things like that.
Yeah, anything particular you're looking out for?
Just anything that looks slightly out of place. Like, maybe a stone is not quite lined up, or, something's
Yeah.
raised slightly.
Give me a perception check, please. And not perception, investigation check, sorry.
Could I give her a hand with that?
Yes, you may. Advantage, please, Eliza.
Is it perception if we're just looking to not get murdered?
Investigation since they're actively checking things.
That's the 10.
A 10. Honestly, this, whatever, even though you can see sort of the trap door, the first trap door now, it's incredibly hard to make out any further along the corridor. The sort of mechanism itself almost is sort of built into the wall. However, you see no sort of notable traps or anything that would trigger it, surprisingly. However, you do get this sort of faint sort of air of mystique around this area. And I will re-mention there is a black line sort of crisscrossed along this one corridor, in case anyone has missed it.
Oh, a black line.
Indeed.
I'm gonna try and make a scratch in the black line.
Yeah, you scratched the black line. The line itself seems to have been built out of black granite when this place was originally made. Because the black granite definitely goes a lot deeper. It's not scratching off at the surface or anything.
Can I feel anything weird underneath it? Since I'm, with the technomancy stuff.
Not
can I
with
just
I have an idea.
Not
I have
with
an idea.
technomancy, no.
Let me read floating disc real quick to see if I can do this.
Meanwhile, whilst you're searching up that spell, Iris, you begin investigating the gate and the cast they found. Anything you're doing in particular?
Iris is AFK right at the moment, but can we see what's on the other side of the gate?
Yeah, give me a perception check, please.
Iris?
Yep. Go ahead.
Come on, no whammies. Ooh, that's a whammy. You got an 8.
The bare minimum you see is this long straight corridor. Halfway down that corridor there is, to the left, sort of area to go to. And at the very end of this corridor there's a diamond with what seems to be maybe some sort of plaque at the very end of it. And what seem to be almost 2 corridors heading left and right from that diamond.
Neat. Shiny thing. I know what Iris wants. Can we open the gate?
You want to try and open
shiny.
it? Do keep in mind this is a very, very thick metal gate. But feel free to try. Give me a strength check, please.
Okay. Can we see a way to open it?
There is no sort of visible way to open it, as far as you can tell.
Interesting. Is Iris small enough to fit between the grooves in the gate?
Iris is indeed small enough to fit through the grooves in the gate.
Oh no.
Iris is going exploring.
Okay. Any idea when Iris will be back?
I haven't the foggiest. I guess she's just gonna do a quick check on the other side, see what she can see.
Yep, anything you would like to do in this room. It does sort of curve around, and you guys haven't checked the very far reaches of the current room you're in.
Nikaste will check the other end of the room that we're currently in.
Yeah, you sort of round the corner of this sort of O-shaped room and come across a very thin corridor. And at the very side, about maybe 20, 30 feet away, there is another room with a large lever, which is sort of connected to a chain that sort of connects down into the ground.
Interesting.
Wonder what that does.
Oh no.
Nikase is going to go fetch back Iris. Because she doesn't want her to be on the other side of the gate when we pull that lever. So I'm not sure what it does.
Who's not being on the other side of the game?
You're on the other side of the gate and I found a lever. I'm getting you back. You're coming back to the side of the gate.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, so you're going to go head straight towards the lever?
Yes. I would like to pull the lever.
Do keep in mind it's through this very thin corridor, and at the end there's a room and the lever. If you're wondering what the area looks like, Iris. But you two going straight for the lever?
Yes.
What
could possibly go wrong?
Who's going first? Nikaste? Or Iris?
Want me to try first on the lever? Alright, I'll try first on the lever.
First you begin making your way down this very thin corridor. Give me a dex save, Nikaste and Iris.
It's trapped. Who puts a lever at the end of a trapped hallway? That's
I
just
do.
a dick.
It's to deactivate the trap, I'm calling it.
No, it's to reactivate the trap after you've done it.
Wait a minute, can't you phase through things?
Oh no, I did that last time.
Yeah.
I'm out of those. Dex. Dex save, right?
Yes, please, from both of you.
Is it something Nikaste can see?
It would be, as it happens, so Nikaste, I believe that is with advantage.
That did not help. He got a 12.
What about you?
I got a 10.
A 10. Nikaste, you managed to avoid this pit. However, Iris, you're sort of sitting on him, and you're not expecting him to sort of leap away quickly, and you begin sort of falling down into the pit, and unfortunately hit the spikes at the bottom, taking 4 piercing damage. You are now at the bottom of a 5-foot pit.
Oh, yay.
What kind of bullshit?
I thought you looked for traps. Did you look for traps?
No. I did not look for traps. I just saw a lever and was like, I want to pull it.
Okay. Note to self. Not trusting you again.
Yep. Duh.
Okay. How do I get out of pit?
You can probably climb out. It's only 5 foot.
If I was climbing out and I so happened to fail that check, would I just fall back in and get more damage?
Probably. But
Fuck
as
it,
I said,
chuck it
it's
in.
only 5 feet, so it's not hard.
I will try.
Give me an athletics check, please.
15.
15, yeah. Easy for you to pull yourself up to the other side. Nikaste, I guess you're probably on the other side, but Iris, you've got a straight path towards this lever.
Yay! I go to the lever and pull it. No hesitation.
Yeah.
Whatsoever.
You pull down this lever, and everyone, you guys hear this sort of grinding of chains as this lever is pulled. And some rattling off to sort of the right.
I just. What do you think has happened? The other two.
Someone has done something stupid. Again. That's what I think has happened.
Right. Well, any idea with this one? With this trap?
Do you trust me, Eve?
Yeah. I don't trust you on your food choices, but
I don't think anyone can.
I'd like to cast floating disc, and as he's going down the hallway,
see.
following the line, Can I have the floating disc hovering above him?
Let me actually just check the spell.
It can only hover 5 feet off the ground. Or 3 feet above the ground. Granted, you could count
It is
me as its
immobile
ground.
when you're within 20 feet of it.
That's why I'm gonna walk behind him and have him walk on it. I was gonna have it above him, but I mean that's a little too complicated
Okay.
apparently.
So you basically got to summon the floating disc in front of you, right? And then walk it.
Yes.
You
I'm gonna.
forget I can fly.
True, but you can be like not conscious or something, and then on the hole.
Okay, I will fly over the disc just in case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna just follow the little black line and let's see what happens, and then
Yep.
I'll keep it like 20. I'll back up and then I'll start like moving it through the hallway with him, and
I
then
will
I'll start
follow the
following the
red line
gate.
and also her.
Sorry, yes, her. And then
Do
I'll
I need
follow behind.
Yeah, so you guys can follow this black line easily and reach the very end of this corridor. As you reach the end of the corridor, you see this very large square room, chest sort of at the end of the corridor, and there's nothing in this room except for that chest.
With the chest.
You should totally open the chest, no hesitation.
How far off the chest? Far off the ground is the chest?
The chest is maybe about 3 feet off the ground. It's on this stone platform. It seems to have been sort of carved into there, so the lid's not going to be easy to remove.
Okay.
Oh wait, this is a carved into the wall chest?
It's not carved into the wall. Behind it, there's sort of a 5-foot gap. But it
That's
is sort of
carved out of
carved.
stone.
Yes, it's carved out of stone.
So would I be able to put the floating disc on top of the chest?
It is immobile within the 10 feet of you, so you can't, I believe, actually make
I would be keep moving it forward into the room so that it's like in front of us.
Yeah, it still stays at that fixed distance in front of you.
I can move it, and as long as I think, how far can I move it again? Hold up, I forgot. This is immobile. Oh wait, it just follows you. You can't move
Yeah.
it. Wait, what? What the heck is the point of this spell?
It's for
Carry
carrying a whole
load.
heap of things.
Tensor's floating disc is for carrying loot.
Unnecessarily limited spell. Okay. Well, we'll just ignore the fact that that exists then, and let's just go look at the chest. Let's investigate the chest.
Yep, I pushed you ahead and can you open it?
All right. Jerry, you think opening the chest is a good idea?
Well, there could be worse ideas.
You're going
I'm
to go straight
seeking
up to the chest and open it?
Oh,
Um,
I was asking the voices in my head if he thinks it's a good idea for me to open the chest.
Empty room? Hang on a second, let me just quickly do something. He's just gonna focus, and suddenly Eliza and Eve, you feel it sort of in your head. I'm sorry about that. Does this help you free? I presume you guys can hear me now.
I'm going crazy.
You are not going crazy.
Give me. I'm installing something onto my computer, and it does affect Discord. So give me a sec.
Don't worry. We're also installing the voices in your head.
No, I'm installing voice mod.
Oh no.
uh,
I mean, obviously it's probably trapped, right? The hallway was trapped. The chest is probably trapped, but
Well, yeah, it's like a big empty room. What else do you put in an empty room? But something.
that means it has good loot inside of it, right?
Probably.
You wouldn't put traps to hide an empty chest, right?
Well, yeah, unless it's already looted.
Fair.
And the chest open set
But
up.
nobody got through the door, so it should still be here.
I have an idea in case it's trapped. But
Oh.
give me a sec. I've been wanting to try out these tiles for a while. Out of character, I'm saying that.
What are you up to?
Bloodline powers. I'm using it now.
Are you gonna, like, cast a spell to open the chest without touching it?
Animate! Oh no, there's not. Oh! I fly back along the line and go and find that skeleton.
Yeah, you can go find the skeleton.
Can I just carry all its bones back and fly back along the line again?
Yeah, sure.
Yep. I plop it down and say, stand back. Barely ever use this type of magic. I use bloodline powers. Animate dead.
On the cloak with no head.
Alara and Eliza, as soon as he begins casting, you see I'll get it eventually, hopefully.
That's why I'm getting a voice mod.
You guys see this sort of almost black, purplish sort of mist begins emanating from Eve, and Eve's eyes begin glowing.
Yeah, Eliza's backing off.
Yeah, you both can sort of back off down the black line as this power continues to surge. What did you get, Eve?
By the way, 59 on my dice for the
Okay.
D100.
Oh, good then.
Yes, no crits.
I believe you are animating the dead.
Yes, so my dark
Yes.
powers activate.
This sort of magic begins sort of imbuing into the skeleton, and with a click and sort of a twist, it slowly begins rising up, and it sort of wrenches its head around and stands
It
at
doesn't have
ready.
its head. You don't actually need a
Oh
full
yes,
skeleton.
it is missing its head. However, there is a second one which just sort of begins appearing in this sort of ethereal like state.
I order it to open the chest.
It sort of looks at you, and where are you standing, Eve?
I am standing a little bit back from it, but
I am currently walking back down the
I'm
hallway.
currently just hovering slightly off the ground using my wings.
Actually, no, I'll stay in the room. I would.
You're
I'll
gonna be
prepare to
in.
dash out of the room, though.
Are you gonna be in the corridor or in the room itself?
In the room itself.
Okay. You both are?
I'm standing in, like, the entranceway to the room.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ready to dash out if something happens.
I'll be standing about there as well.
The two skeletons, ethereal like one and the real one, which is missing its head, move over to the large stone lid of the chest, and I'm just gonna quickly roll for the checks. And yep, you see these two begin sort of shoving this lid off, and as it begins shutting off, you guys see sort of coming down from the ceiling, raining this a sort of liquid, and suddenly this massive explosion nearly throws you guys all off your feet.
Oh.
Is it a magic explosion?
Indeed, it is. And Sky, you see as the explosion begins dissipating through these almost vents in the floor, you can see the two dead skeletons and the sort of lid of the chest sort of half off of it.
Well, at least they set off the trap for us. And my eyes go back to normal by this point.
Hmm. Okay, so
What
who
did
wants
I
to be
say?
the lucky person to go loot the
What?
chest? That probably won't blow you up.
It was the only way I can think of not letting any of us end up like the skeletons.
Thanks, Skilla Bros.
Yeah, I'm not getting any closer to them.
Yeah, nothing came of it. I didn't feel anything happen besides the magic that I
Yeah, I'm
wanted.
still not getting any closer to these ones.
You're fine.
I'll go take
I'm
a look
going
in
to
the
go
chest.
over to the chest and see what's inside of it.
You begin looking inside of the chest, and you're pretty glad that you did so, as you immediately find some sort of scroll in it, some sort of strange topaz stone, which you can feel has this sort of hum of magic around it, and what almost looks to be this sort of black, slightly broken shield, which almost has the sort of face of a dragon, and a whole ton of sort of pieces of gold, around 44 gold.
Ooh, I
50
am glad
silver.
we did this. I will give the shield straight to Alara.
Just look at the shield.
It looks
I'll
like
look at the shield.
this
Hmm.
looks like it might suit you better, seeing that you're a dragon. I'm going to pick up the other stuff, the other two things in the gold and silver in there. I'll split the gold and silver later.
I'll shift into my human, my dragonborn form and start like looking at the shield.
Yeah, the shield is a fairly ornate. It seems to be made of this sort of black steel. However, it does seem a bit broken in a few places. Though it does sort of look draconic in nature.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. That's correct. Can I? Yeah, do I need to like roll Arcana or something to like know if it's like just a normal shield that looks fancy, or if it does anything, or rather, if I have to attune to it?
You
I
can
guess is
attune
the
to it.
question.
I'll
Oh,
say
okay.
that straight off. Same with the topaz runestone.
I think with this, uh, he will turn to Eliza, looking at her, and ask if she wants the topaz gemstone necklace.
It's just a topaz gemstone.
I'll ask if she wants it.
Sure.
Yeah, I will pass it to her. And sorry for using those powers. I know.
No, it's nothing bad. It's just I have had some run-ins with undead in the past. Nothing
Ah,
bad, I swear. It's just
well,
unnerving.
using those powers, I felt that I know that early on there isn't really, from what I've seen with my family. I know that they usually, if they use it too much, they become corrupted or cursed. But using it sparingly will not do anything too bad.
I'm certainly glad that you did.
I was scared that that thing was a mimic. So, better to use some fodder than one of us do it.
I was told mimics taste like spiders. I would have liked to try
I'm
mimic.
just gonna glare at Alara. You and your spider obsession.
I used to love hunting big old cave spiders. They're delicious. You should try one.
No thank you.
You should probably cook it first, considering. Well,
Considering how poisonous they usually are, or venomous, I don't think I would want to.
you humans prepare food that is poisonous sometimes.
People just give us, like, look at you like, human?
Yes?
I may be born of humans, but I'm not a human myself. I'm a tiefling, remember?
Ah,
I may look angelic, but I'm still considered a tiefling. Not all tieflings are demonic. Some are born of
now you
angelic
mention it,
creatures.
you do have a tail.
And I just
I
flick
mean,
my tail around.
I've seen more humans that are, I would say, demonic than tieflings. But you're right.
Yes, some have very tainted
How long does
perception.
it take to attune to an item again?
It
An
takes
hour.
about, I believe it's 30 minutes actually. That's what I always normally go with.
Yeah, I will be holding on to the scroll out of us. So, what kind of scroll is it, Sparkle?
You don't know.
Can I roll an Arcana check?
Yep.
That's a 14.
14, I would say no. You don't recognize the spell scroll based on the teachings.
We'll have to get this, figure out what it is, because I've never seen something like this in my teaching, in the teachings that I've learned.
Yep.
Granted, the teachings I mainly learned were necromancy.
Yeah. Nicastin Iris. As you
Yes.
guys, the others are busy exploring the room, would you guys like to go onwards?
Oh, there's more? Did it open a door?
Yes, it did. It opened that big sort of door, the gate door.
How
However,
much gold do
yay.
we get each? It's not 11, it's like, calculate that actually.
I go through the door.
24 divided
yeah,
by-
well, at least Nicasti can see, so I can definitely tell you. But you've still got to get over that pit because you remember I'm doing the lever. You've still got that pit to get over. Cast on the other side.
I do it anyway.
You're just gonna.
Can I try to jump over the pit?
Sure. What's your strength score? Like your actual score, not your modifier, please.
Mine 11.
11? Okay, let's actually see if you can clear this jump freely. I believe you're about that much. With running start, yeah, you can clear it. Easily.
Okay.
And you can jump
I'ma
over
try.
now you just clear it.
Yes.
You have enough speed to clear it instantly. And you can jump over to
Yeah.
the other side with the cast and head over open to the now open corridor.
I gesture to Nakaste to follow me as I run through the door.
Yeah, you run through the door into what seems to be a corridor. There's a section to the left which leads to another one of these large iron gates and two sort of alcoves. And ahead of you there is a sort of diamond sort of section at the very end of this corridor. And at the diamond section there seems to be a plaque and two different areas to go to either side, left or right.
Different ways to go. Which way do you want to go?
We should split up further.
Let's go to the diamond place.
The diamond place.
Yeah.
Well then,
You said there was.
can start going to the diamond place, sort of heading straight forward, and soon enough, ahead of you, you see almost something that seems to be a plaque of some sorts. And I'm just gonna quickly paste this in general chat. And the plaque reads left or right. Left is right, right is wrong, right is right, left is left.
What?
Left or
Left
right.
is right,
Yeah,
right is wrong.
there's two different directions here.
Oh, I'm so confused.
I think the last two are just redundant.
Is it?
I mean, right is right, right?
You are correct. Right is indeed right.
Or is right? Well, it says left is right, but also left is left, but also right is wrong.
But it never says left is wrong. Clearly, we should go left.
But left is right.
Since I'm bad at
Right
this
is wrong.
IRL, could I roll to see if my character would better understand what the heck this is?
Nope. Sorry, Lara, not
Okay.
this time.
And the casting tried to determine if either path looked like it's more travelled.
Neither of the paths do look travels. They look identical.
Oh no. Left is right and right is wrong. But right is right and left is left. What?
How long do you think it'll take us to do this puzzle? Like 20, 30 minutes?
I think it's gonna take you guys a little bit until you guys just give up.
Huh. Well, while they're trying to figure that out, can I start attuning to my shield?
Yeah,
Smile.
sure.
I'm back.
I want to figure out
Oh,
what it
you
does.
can go left.
How do I sound?
That's
And
what it is. You go left.
meanwhile, yeah, Eliza and Eve, you guys can join up with Nakaste while Solara's gonna be sitting down attuning to the item.
Can you guys hear the difference from the voice changer?
Oh yeah, I can hear it.
Sound a bit more feminine?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. But does at least sound decent for with the voice changer?
You sound awful. Like,
That
Yes.
sounds
That's
terrible.
worse.
not quite like chalkboard.
Okay, I switched it off.
But I mean, it's pretty bad.
Look, I'm trying to find one that actually works.
But yeah, like Iris and Nakaste, you're still there, and even Eliza, you can walk up and find them pretty easily. They're pretty visible. If you guys just search around for a bit.
Okay, maybe if I draw it out, this would be easier.
Wait, what's going on?
The group is trying. Nakaste and Iris are trying to work out a puzzle. Sort of to the right hand side of the O room, the opposite side from where you guys found the trap.
Yeah,
Down another
no,
corridor
but
to this
then-
diamond room, which has two directions to left and right, and a plaque which has this strange riddle on it.
So I presume the plaque's got what says on the general chat.
Yes, that is written. I thought you guys might
Curious.
appreciate it, having it written down.
Eliza takes one look at it and she's like, "Oh, we have to go left."
Are
Why?
you sure?
Yeah.
Can you explain?
Left is right, so it means left is the right way to go. Right is wrong. Right is the wrong way to go. Right is right because, well, right, the direction, is also right. The direction is the same thing. And left will always be the direction left.
Okay.
Ah, I see the difference. It's in the capitalization, isn't it?
No, it's just how words are worded. I can just figure it out because left is right. Yeah, and right is wrong. Which is, you read the first part,
Yeah,
and
but
you've solved the problem.
Eve's actually gotten it correct here. It's due to the capitalization because otherwise left is right, but right is wrong because the left would have been wrong and right would have been wrong. But right is now right, meaning it's the right way to go, and then left is left, which means it's still wrong. So it's to do with the capitalization, but still pretty impressive. I'll give you that. As
You found it out with the wrong math. I figured out the right math.
pretty much.
I just use common sense. Maybe goes, okay, this is what
I
it
mean,
looks
with
like.
these kinds of puzzles, I generally just be like, well, there's only two answers, so if you pick one direction, you only have a 50% of being
So
wrong. So
actually, has the group gotten back together?
Yes. Alara's busy tuning at the moment.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go to the correct direction, aka left.
I would say Eliza's probably honestly taking the lead here because they've worked it out first.
Yeah.
Mikaste and Iris, you can follow behind. And as you guys go left, inside this room, sort of sitting at the very wall, sort of directly opposite you, is this sort of massive vase with this large lever on it. And sort of attached to the lever is this strange sort of skull attached to a necklace.
Oh, sweet. Can I go grab the necklace
Ah,
and then pull the lever?
you can grab the necklace and pull down the lever.
I'm gonna stop Iris before she can do anything stupid.
I'm gonna bite you.
You now have a very angry fairy just sort of like on your sort of like finger.
Yep.
I bite him
I'm
and
just
go
like-
pull the lever and get the necklace.
I just grab you from the. I just grab you on the back of your shirt
What
and
is
just
your
turn
issue?
you around. We don't know what it does. It
I
could
point-
set off another trap.
I asked Nakaste to hold Eve back,
Okay.
and then I
I'm still
go,
holding her.
fuck you. I take my top off, and then go pull the lever and take the necklace.
Yeah, Iris.
Eliza, could you stop her?
Don't think anyone can stop.
Yeah,
Fine,
you
but
can't grab
if
me if I don't have
Leon
any
is upset
clothes.
again, I'm blaming you.
Iris, you can take the necklace and pull the lever, and you guys hear
Yay.
another sort of grinding in the distance.
Yay! Mystery necklace.
Not blowing up. Very fun.
I also take the skull to Nakaste because he apparently is collecting those.
Yeah.
Oh, question. Am
yeah,
I
the-
still like
the
following
skulls-
them, or am I still just in the room with the pathway?
You're just in the O pathway room. The Iris, the necklace is the skull is literally attached to the necklace.
Interesting.
Oh. Oh, very
Skull
interesting.
necklace. Mine.
How big is the skull bigger than her head?
It would be.
I quickly take it from her and put it on her head for her.
Okay.
Oh, you got a helmet.
Bone helmet with a necklace.
It's a bit big, Iris, to be honest.
I guess I put my top back on now that I've pulled the lever and got my necklace.
Yeah. You can put it back on.
Yeah. Now I just have a massive skull with necklace.
on your head.
I go sit on Mikaste's shoulder
Uh,
and go to the whatever the lever opened.
how I'm imagining this right now is that Iris literally looks like a bobblehead.
Oh boy.
Yeah, pretty much.
The bubblehead.
Bubblehead Iris. Oh my. Actually, are bobbleheads a trinket in this world?
You guys don't know. You've never seen them.
If we ever find one and I learn what they are, I'm gonna nickname Iris Bobblehead Iris.
Yeah, but you guys took quite a bit of while doing that, so... Alara, you attune to the Scarlet Shield. Whilst you attune to this shield, you gain the following benefit. You can breathe underwater and you have a swimming speed of 30 feet. Sorry, that's supposed to be 30.
Oh, he's getting all the movement abilities. His flying bow and now swim.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure Alara could already swim, to be honest.
I don't have a swim speed. I have
Well,
a
now you
climb
do.
Speed. I have a burrow speed. I'm
You're
collecting
just
all of
getting
the
all
movement
the
speeds.
speed. You also have a fly speed in dragon form, so you're just gathering all the speeds. Oh my god, you're gonna get the speed force. Just become the Flash.
Okay, and what are you guys all doing now that you guys have pulled the lever and taken the necklace?
Uh,
I'm
Iris
renaming
is
it to
going
Dragon
to
Shield because it looks like a dragon shield.
Sure.
Iris is
Yeah,
gonna get in go toward whatever opened.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna.
head to the left-hand corridor.
Can I quickly make an Arcana check on the necklace that she has, just in case?
Sure. Why not?
Not mine. Iris isn't gonna let
18.
you.
18, just by looking at it, Eve, you can definitely tell it's got some sort of, like, there's very ferocious magic sort of attached to it.
Just be careful with the magic of your skull necklace there, Iris. It seems pretty vicious.
Iris pokes her tongue out at you.
I'm just warning you.
You're just jealous.
No, I'm not. I would much rather keep you alive than have you die from a curse.
It's not cursed.
Well, with the magic I'm sensing off it, it damn well could be.
Notes.
I'm going to guess you have to attune to it or like wear it in
Indeed.
some way.
You can attune to it. However, you are unable to attune to it, as you can sort of reach out with your own essence and try to attune to it, you're unable to attune to this.
Okay, still mine.
Good. Keep on the person who can't attune to it if it's cursed.
I can.
Oh, wait, it's probably a necromantic item, so I can probably attune to it.
You can't have it. It's mine.
I'm letting you have it.
You see, you're not keeping it from me. I'm keeping it from me.
Yeah, no, legit, I'm just letting her have it because I don't want curse.
Not cursed. You're just a big scaredy cat. But
No, I'm just
Nicholas and Iris are
cautious.
going to run toward the open corridor now.
I'm gonna follow.
Yeah, you sort of head out of the diamond room, back down the corridor, and head to the right. And this sort of corridor is straight, and then it enters into another room now that the gate's open. But off to the side, there are two alcoves with these sort of strange sort of statues above these large grates which sort of almost descend into darkness on either side before this big main room.
Oh. Can I pick a direction and just go for it?
There's not really direction to go, it's just forward. But there are two alcoves here, which are basically like small, tiny rooms sort of attached. Nothing too interesting.
Can I go check out one of the alcoves?
Yeah, one of the alcoves, it contains this sort of almost vibrant sort of figure. They're both different races. Let's say maybe one is Salzar, which is almost salamander-like race from the Fireplay, nearly extinct nowadays. And the other one is going to be, let's say, just a dwarf. And these two are sort of positioned above these grates, which, as I said before, descend into darkness.
Oh,
Hmm.
interesting. Can I loot the bodies?
Oh no, they're statues. You can't loot a statue after all. Or can you?
I don't know. Can I?
You could certainly try, but there is nothing to loot on these statues.
Okay. So just statue standing over a grate,
Yep.
and then outside too. What's in the other alcove? Is it more statues standing over a grate?
Yeah, the exact same thing. And there is also the area that was blocked off by the gate earlier, and that is a massive room which seems to be filled with sort of like these 8 pillars which head from the bottom of the ground to the top. There, at the very top of the room, you can see almost this another grate on the ceiling as you can peer up. Not even in this room yet. That seems to contain some sort of object within it.
Cool.
But what
Who
if
can
it-
fly?
I
Alara
can.
can fly.
Fine.
I
Alara
can.
I'm gonna ask Alara very politely if she could fly me up there.
Okay.
Is anyone else entering the room?
Sure.
Eliza?
Yep.
Kelsey?
I'll follow
What
Eve.
is it?
No, sorry, no, not Eve. Iris.
I'm with Alara, so you're following Alara.
Fine.
She's flying me up to whatever's in the ceiling.
Oh, she's fine. Then I'm gonna stand around looking, I guess.
Yeah, you
You
guys
stand underneath.
can enter into the room. Nakase, you can look around the room. There's around the pillars. There's these 4 strange orbs, all at different varying lengths. None of them you can touch at the moment; they're too high up. But Alara and Iris, you guys fly up to the ceiling, and as soon as you touch the grate, Eliza and Eve, behind you, the sort of middle grate sort of slams down, and you can feel some sort of magic permeate the gate on both sides as these both gates slam down and closing you guys in this room. And you guys hear this sort of roaring rush of what seems to be water as water begins to fill the room.
Oh shit. Right. Eliza. Eliza, get ready, and I'm gonna fly over and try and pick up Eliza and fly her up.
Yeah, you can
Active
pick her
perception check. Can I see a way out of here?
Give me a perception check, please.
At what?
Give me a perception check, please.
Oh, okay.
And what check did I need to make?
Give me an athletics check, please.
What's in the grate?
You're not.
That's a nat 20, 22
Can I get
total.
the
Yeah,
whatever's in the
no,
grate?
I can't.
Nat 20. You don't see anything at first glance, but as soon as you move slightly, you can see this sort of orange gem sort of behind one of the pillars.
What's in the grate? I would like to get whatever's in the grate, please.
You're currently on Alara's back, but yeah, you're right next to the grate. How do you
I
want to try and
grab
get this thing through the grate?
Can I just like go in and grab it?
The grate is too small for you to get in.
Can I reach my hand through and try to grab it?
Unfortunately, no. The grate is again too small.
Can I see that Iris is trying to grab something?
Oh, what did you get? What did you get, Eve?
I only got a 6, so
Six,
no.
Yeah, not enough to pull up Eliza.
Is there
Oh, we have. It's filling with water, right?
Yep, the room is filling with
Can
water, and it is beginning to rise even higher, nearly halfway.
Can I use shaped water to make a
gemstone.
platform?
What is that,
For people.
Iris?
Can I use shaped water to make a platform for people to be on?
Yeah, sure. I believe. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, you can freeze the water and make a platform for everyone to stand on.
Sweet.
With the grate, because I will, once I figure out I can't pick up Eliza, I'm going to fly over and see what the other two are doing.
So is the gemstone under the grate? Is that what's going on here?
No, the gemstone is on one of the 8 pillars around the room. Sort of
There's
behind.
8
But there's
pillars?
something in the
Is there
grate.
anything else on the other pillars that I can see?
Not from the center of the room. No, you can't see it from the center of the room. And this gem, you can only just sort of barely see, is on the backside of one of these pillars.
There's a gem on one of the pillars, guys. There's like 8 of them. That might be something we want to check out. I'm gonna fly up to the gemstone I saw, the orange one, and like take a look at it. Like, what do I see when I get up there?
It's sort of this sort of glowing orange at this point in time. Keyword glowing.
Glowing. Okay. Oh, can I try to rip it out of the statue?
You go to rip it out, but as you touch it, it turns off.
Oh,
cool.
Do you relay that to the rest of the group?
Are there any
yeah,
other glowing stones?
I just touched the gemstone and it stopped glowing. So that might be a good thing.
I look around to see if I can see any glowing gemstones in the room.
From where you are in the center of the room, you don't see any.
Okay, I start flying around the room to look.
Yeah, give me a perception check, please.
The one I found was on the
be an
pillar.
investigation.
No perception.
I can tell you that the one that I found was on the pillar, so you can assume that maybe they're on the pillars.
Net 20, but it was a dirty 19 from a net 20.
Okay, yeah, I guess you can find two more gemstones on the left-hand side, and that's as far as you can move this sort of turn. Eliza and Nakaste, what are you two doing?
I do point them out to the party, by the way.
Keep in mind, you two, the water is now deep enough that you guys are going to have to begin to tread the water.
There is that platform I made.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Eliza's going to try and get onto the platform.
Give me an athletics check, please. Because keep in mind, it is an ice platform. 5. With a 5, you can sort of scramble over to the platform, and this thing is slippery. It's made of ice, and your hands are sort of uselessly trying to scrape and pull yourself up, but it's sort of dipping with the rush of the water sort of flowing in here. Can you guys all hear me? Hello?
Hello?
We can hear you.
Can you... okay, you guys can hear me. So...
we could hear you before. You couldn't hear us.
Yep, apparently. So, what are you doing? Eliza, did you say anything that I might have missed?
No.
No, you can't get onto the ice. It's moving a bit too much.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to try and, tread water, not drown. Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. Nakaste, what are you doing?
I'm not to drown?
Would you like on platform?
Yeah. I'll see one on platform.
Okay, give me an athletics check, please. And feel free to do anything else that you think might give you an advantage with this.
Does Nakaste have horseshoes?
They got a 2.
I would say no.
I rolled a 2. So.
Was that a 2?
Yeah.
With a 2, you're even worse off than Eliza. You're completely under the water. You're struggling to sort of keep it up, and you're now holding your breath. And this is round 1 of you for holding your breath.
Me hold breath.
And
Angry hold.
next up, what are you guys doing as the water nearly begins sort of filling up to the ceiling? It's maybe 3/4 of the way to the ceiling.
I'm going to continue like searching around trying to find more gemstones. I'm just gonna like fly
Yeah, I would have
to
pointed out the
the next
two that
pillar
I
over.
noticed.
Yeah, they're at both
Is
corners.
one of them close to me?
Give me a perception check, please,
Can I-
Lara.
Okay.
Can I change the direction of the water? Can I change it so that it goes back to where it came from?
That's an 8, but did Eve pointing it out to me?
An 8. He did point two out on the sort of corner ones of the room, but on your side you don't see any more. But the water is making it hard for you to sort of tell because it is dark in this
Okay.
room. Now that the water's all come in, and even with dark vision, it's still dim light.
Eve? Eve, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
call it Eve. Can you get those two? Will you be able to get those two? How far away are they from you?
One's in that corner and one's in the other.
Yeah, that would be on the opposite
Okay,
sides of the room.
Ooh, opposite sides of the room? Okay. I'll fly to one. I'll indicate to the one I'm going to fly to.
Yeah, I'll go to the other.
Yeah. Alara, you head to the one on your side of the room. It's not glowing.
Is that the one I already activated? The orange one?
No, that is. It's a purple one this time. It's not glowing.
Oh, this one isn't glowing.
Just wait there, it might start glowing once we push another.
Okay.
Yeah, I
And
will fly over. Oh, go ahead, Iris.
Yeah, Iris, I would say you can slow down the water a bit, but only by a little bit. You're not going to be able to make it flow right up from here because it's more than 5 feet change in direction. But you can slow it.
How much of the water can you freeze? I'm gonna yell out.
I don't know. How much of this water can I freeze?
Provided it doesn't have a creature in it, sadly, and it does.
That is within water within a 5-foot cube. So that would be enough to
And
cover one of the vents in the floor.
Oh.
Can I freeze water so it stops coming into the room?
Yeah, you can freeze one of the vents up. You can freeze 1 out of 4 of the vents. If you'd
Okay,
like.
sweet. I do that.
Yeah, you sort of focus in on your power and freeze one of the vents to sort of begin slowing the waters. Advance just a bit. Nakaste, Eliza, and Eve, what are you guys doing?
I'm going to fly over to the other gemstone.
Yeah, you fly over to the other gemstone, and this one is sort of glowing this brilliant blue.
I push it.
Yeah, you push it, and Alara, your one lights up.
Oh, can I push it?
Yep, you can push it with your held action, I presume.
Okay.
Eliza.
Yeah.
What are you two doing? Nakaste, you're holding your breath.
Going to try
Eliza.
to get on top of the ice again.
Okay, give me another athletics check.
That's a 16.
With a 16, this time your hands are so frozen they're sticking to the ice and you can sort of crawl your way up. And you're quite high in the room, and above you is the grate that the other two were interested in earlier with something inside.
I'm gonna see if I can grab the thing.
It is behind this tiny little grate, but how do you want to actually get to it? So imagine metal grate sort of placed into the ceiling. There's something above it, but it seems too big to get through the bars.
What kind of grate? Like, has it got like widest? Yeah. So would I be able to fit my hand through it?
You can only just barely sort of place your fingers on it and like attempt to sort of like barely push it in. You can't actually get your fingers and stuff in or hand in. but there is a bit of
Well, but I'm
leverage.
just gonna shove at it and claw at it. Just try to push it away.
You're gonna try and push it in.
Or pull it out, depending on which way it looks like it's seated in.
Okay, so anything in
Wiggle
particular
it.
you're using for this?
I'm probably just using one of my arrows and just kind of wedging it in, just kind of wiggling around.
Okay, I'm gonna
See if I can
say,
get to it.
give me a sleight of hand check, please. Let's go with that.
Okay. That 24, total 24.
Whoa!
Noise!
Nat 20, and you're sort of like trying to balance yourself on this ice, fingers up, and you sort of put your fingers in and use one of these arrows to sort of nick it in, give yourself just enough leverage as you yank it down, and out of this grate, sort of falling and skidding on the ice, nearly falling into the water, is this strange sort of almost mechanical, like, sort of gun.
Gun!
Indeed.
Sparkle, did you give us a gun?
I did.
Iris would like the gun, please.
Nikaste wants to give the gun to Iris.
Eliza, do
No.
you pick up?
Finders keepers.
It's my gun.
My
Eliza, do you
Very
pick
good
up
gun.
the gun?
Yes.
You sort of go across the ice and pick it up, and it feels great to have one of these again.
Pardon?
It feels great to have one of these again.
Ooh, she used.
Found it.
The resident archer now has a gun. Everybody run.
Oh, she's always used guns.
And meanwhile, Nikaste, I believe you are the last person to go.
I mean, I don't really know what else I'm supposed to do here.
You've
can
heard
get
the
onto
others
the
saying they're
guy.
looking for gems. And you
You're
are.
also holding your friendship
Also,
probably well.
isn't Nikaste underwater?
He is.
Nikaste wants out of water. So that's the first problem to be solved.
Well, if we don't get figure out how to stop the water from coming in, we're gonna all be in the water here.
I'm working on it.
Indeed. So, Nikaste, what are you going to try and do?
Climb out of the water
Yep.
onto.
Give me another athletics check, please.
Okay.
Hmm. 17.
With a 17, you can pull your. You sort of have to take a sort of swimming kick up to the sort of ice and balance yourself on there along with Eliza. It's rocking all over the place, and the water has now risen pretty much to the ceiling with only this very tiny gap left to breathe. And next up, what are you guys all doing?
Looking for more gems, so.
It is now dark in here, all the braziers are gone, so it will be -5 to perception. So give me a perception.
I'm going to use a. I'm going to go up to the surface of the water, use a fireball for light.
It is too small.
Okay.
You can only barely sort of kick up to the top and just get a tiny little breath.
I'm going to actually cast the message spell to Eliza. Look around, and I think, look around for, and I send to her, look around for colored gemstones. If you see them, press them.
3 of them. Actually, you wouldn't be able to hear me at this point. Shoot.
Yeah, I'm using message for this.
You're fine, Alara. You can breathe underwater.
Yeah.
On the shield.
You have the shield.
Yeah, Yes, but I'm still panicking because everybody else is going to drown.
Indeed.
Uh,
Can I like swim over to the other gem that and like on my way, like try to find any of the glowing gems, like on the pillars and such?
it says I can form the water into simple shapes. Can I move the water around? Us?
Let's just get done what Alara's wanting to do. So you're gonna head over to the blue one, which Eve already went over to.
No, the first one I pressed, the orange one.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
like
can you head
worried
over
that
to
maybe
that?
it's lit back up or something.
Give me a perception check,
I'm
please.
also on my way there. I want to search for more.
Yep, give me a perception check, please. Also, Alara, you've got dark vision, correct?
Yes.
So that's only a -5. Okay.
That'll be a 19.
With a 14, you sort of catch, sort of out of the corner of your eye, a green gem, sort of barely glowing. It's dark here. You can hear some sort of splashing of bubbles underwater, and you see it sort of glowing ahead of you. Your vision's all blurry.
Can I bonus action dash over there?
Yeah.
Or action dash? Either one?
Yeah, you can reach
Alara.
it. However, it's going to take you another turn to activate it.
I think I can dash with a bonus action, right?
I believe so, actually. Never mind then.
Okay. I pulled. I pushed the thing. What happens?
Yep, and as you push it, everyone, you feel this sort of the water just drain out as the sort of gate on the right hand side across from where you guys entered sort of opens, and you guys are all flooded out of the room at like top speed, all the water falling into the great right after area. And suddenly, with a bang, as everyone is through, the gate behind you shuts.
And so we're out of water now.
Yep, and you guys are now trapped in this dungeon.
I am gross and wet. I hate this.
Can I use shape water to move the water off of me and Nakaste?
Yeah, you give yourself.
Yeah, Eve is just gonna shake out her
Alara?
wings, which are fully damp.
Oh yeah, you're wet.
And
yeah,
Alara?
Alara's gonna do the same exact thing. She's just gonna start shaking as water just flies everywhere.
Yeah, fortunately, Alara actually has sort of more scaly wings. Eve, unfortunately, you're kinda downed and on the ground until your wings dry out.
Yep, I'm going to very carefully use a very weak firebolt to slowly dry my wings off.
Yep. And as you guys are sort of panting here, you guys hear some movement from sort of further down this very long and straight corridor. Off to your left, there is another area to head to.
There's something in there.
Oh,
I'm
can I
gonna
use
roll
shape
stealth.
water to take the water off Eliza and Alara? I'm still mad at Eve because he's tried to
I
stop me
shook-
from taking this.
I shook the.
I would say you can get a little bit off, but not as much really. It doesn't really allow for that in the spell description.
It's so good.
Yeah, Eliza is keeping her gun close to her and has a firm grip on it.
But
Yeah.
does it have any ammo in it is the key question.
Eliza, do you want to have a look at the gun?
Yeah. She
Give,
doesn't have vision though.
give me an intelligence check plus 1d4 and due to things. And also roll at advantage, strangely enough.
He has handled one of these before.
It's not because
Multiple
Apparently.
times.
I don't know this, but
I usually pipe up
you
and
might
ask
have handled
Eliza
one of
what
these
she
before,
found.
but
That's a 22.
22. It's one of the old sort of. They've had several different variations of guns in Arcade over the years, and this is one of the older models. One of the models which uses sort of this energy transfuser to sort of gather energy, this sort of ambient magic energy from the air, and sort of charge it up into bolts. It doesn't need ammo, however, you can only use it about 10 times per day before you need to recharge it on a short rest.
Ooh, magic gun.
And let me
He's
send you the stats for this because you instinctively know it for some reason. Most people can't tell whether a pistol is. You never used to be able to tell exactly what the stats of a pistol was, but suddenly you feel like you know it instinctively.
What did you find there, Eliza?
Being very familiar with guns.
Hmm.
No, even you couldn't tell the exact sort of stats of how it would do because every gun is slightly different. But with this, you instinctively know exactly what it's capable of.
What did you find there, Eliza?
A gun.
A what?
A gun.
A laser.
Eve
So
just looks confused because she's never heard of a gun.
How do you not know what a gun is? They're very
I
rare.
was very sheltered, remember?
Think of it as a crossbow, but like more powerful and smaller.
Yeah, so a more powerful crossbow. Good, we need more power.
Can I roll stealth?
Sure.
Can I-
Stealth, please.
Yeah, can I
Can I just
actually...
go through Can I just go through to wherever is next? No stealth, just go.
Keep in mind
It's
it's
20.
pitch black at the moment, except for the small sort of light Eve's firebolt goes off.
Yep.
That's 20 from
I'm
your.
gonna
gonna go.
start creeping forward with a 20 stealth roll.
Yeah, which way? You could go left or you could go forward.
I'm
Forward's where we
also
heard the
doing...
noise, right?
What is that, sorry?
Is forward where we heard the noise from?
Indeed it is.
I'm just like gonna turn and like whisper. Actually, no. Can I like scoot back to where I can see one of them with blind sight and then use telepathy?
Sure.
Okay. Do you guys want to go towards the sound of the creepy thing, or you want to go left?
I would say left. But
Okay.
I'll go with the group.
Do you guys have like a torch or something? I can see like a little bit, but yeah, some light would be appreciated.
My fireball won't be powerful enough.
I don't think any of us have torches.
Uh,
Rough route.
hang on.
I pull out my trusty rum compass. Where does the rum compass point me?
The rum compass sort of almost points you onwards down the very long corridor, not off to the left. And sort of, it does sort of slightly point a little bit left. It sort of points sort of at an angle between the left and the forward direction.
Oh. Okay. Well, the I'm gonna telepathically tell you, everyone else, the rum compass tells me that you can probably go both ways to reach rum.
I would go left, but hang on. I am going to take one of my vials. Talk to Iris. Iris, okay, I know you're not happy with me at the moment, but I have an idea for better vision. I'm going to actually take my bucket helmet, cut it using acid splash, cut it a bit, put that bit of cut metal into it into my vial. Set it up so that it is like a stopper. But before that, I asked Iris, could you use the water on me or the group to fill up this vial? I have an idea.
Can I do that?
Sure. Yeah. You guys all hear something sort of like wake up in your minds, including you, Alara. No, I don't
I
have
feel
any
divine.
great way to do such a thing.
Wait, what was said?
I don't have any sort of way to do such a thing. I'm kind of stuck in a sword. You realize? It doesn't exactly grant many powers like that.
Wait.
Oh, I was like hoping maybe it could be.
Oh my god, it's the demon in that guy. Stuck it. It's the legend characters.
I was hoping maybe you could make like the armor glowy or something. I don't know, but
I can make it shimmer like slightly, and you see
Oh my
it
god, we're
shimmers
gonna
slightly.
kick out Lara and gods. Make Lara the god armored warrior.
Eliza is going to stay in the shadows. I mean, if something has dark vision, it can't see her.
well, if there's something down here, it's probably been living here a long time. It probably is
Things
used to
like
this level of darkness.
I think back to whatever the thing
we
in the
cannot.
sword was, talking to us, asking where it is. If it knows.
Me?
noise from Str-
I'm stuck in some armor. Was stuck in the sword, now stuck in the armor. Great times. Great times.
Oh, you're the guy in Alara's armor.
Indeed, I am. Thank you, I am Tia. Pleasure to meet you.
I think we know.
Okay. I am definitely going crazy.
You are not going crazy, my dear.
He can just, Tia can probably just sense Eve just, a little bit of vitriol just forms as soon as Eve realizes who it is.
Anyway, I have nothing I could unfortunately help you with. Alara, you're on your own. And then he cuts off the connection.
Yeah,
After rest,
Well, thank you.
yeah, would Iris be able to fill
I'll
that
figure
vial
something
with
out.
water?
Yeah, you can fill it up with water. No problem.
Actually, what's a stopper made out of that was with the vials? Like cork or?
Yeah, it's sort of like a cork. It's your general
Uh,
one.
Okay, with a bit of metal. Actually, no, metal wouldn't work. What can I use that was clear? Actually, no. I take a bit of my own clothing, like make it thick enough that water can't get through easily, but make it so it's thin enough that light can still pass through.
want
Okay.
it just absorb the water. Okay.
I would like to slowly start making my way down the left pathway.
I am going to find a way to make a flashlight out of my firebolt.
Yeah, sure. Alara, you can make your way down. Start making your way down the left way. Are you?
Iris and the Costes
Be
are gonna
careful
get
when you
still and
use
make
armor.
Oh,
Will everybody else be able to follow me, or can I just tell them? Actually, I have rope. I have rope.
actually,
I'm gonna
Eliza
hand
has
everybody
an idea.
rope.
Wait a minute. No one would be able to see Eliza at the moment because she's in the shadows.
Yeah,
Especially-
hang on. I have
I
a
mean,
small idea for a light source. And Fate, can I, instead of casting my mage armor over myself, use it on the vial to make a wee clear magic stopper that would
Honestly,
still let light through?
I'm going to have you sort of. Actually, I would say that's probably far enough away from the description because it's protective magic, it's not actually physically really stopping.
Okay, then can I use shield? Because that makes an invisible barrier of magic.
I would say give me an Arcana check, please, on that.
Damn it.
Yeah.
8, so no.
Yeah. And I would say
I
that
would
would use
find
up
a way
a
to make a
shield.
flashlight.
And Eve, I'm going to say that would use up a shield for that.
Okay. Yep.
Also, fact, no one can see Eliza.
I mean, I rolled a 20 on my stealth. I'm heavily obscured, so nobody can see me either.
Yeah, Alara, anything you're doing as you're heading down this corridor?
I would like to hand people rope so they don't we don't get separated.
Yeah, you can just shove it into the hands of maybe Eve, Nakaste, and Iris.
Natasha and
Where's
Iris have
Eliza?
slowly gone straight.
Fine,
They've
you
just-
can't see Eliza.
Did you go straight, Iris?
Yeah, Nakasa and Iris have just slowly been going.
Then you just
Straight.
shove it into Eve. You don't know where everyone else is, Alara.
Okay, well, I give it the rope to them, and I'm just gonna say, hey, guys, come get rope. Does anybody respond to that?
Eliza, who you still cannot see, is like,
Oh, okay. Well, Lara's just gonna shrug and start walking down the hallway.
Yeah, we'll go for Lara first. So, Lara, you head down this corridor, and at the sort of end, you begin seeing this little room, and strangely enough, it almost looks like some sort of old set of ancient hall. The old sort of exit seems to have been blocked off by rubble and stone, almost as if it's been merged into it. And there's plenty of sort of details guarding the wall, but you can't make out any of them because, unfortunately, you're seeing in black and white at the moment.
Oh.
I'm with Alara. Would they be able to point? Would she be able to point it out to me?
Yeah, if you want.
Is there like any like braziers around, like the one we saw in the previous rooms,
There is.
or torches on the wall? Ooh, actually, I'm gonna point out where the brazier is. And see,
As soon as they point it out, I Bible.
Yeah, it takes you maybe. It doesn't take you any strikes, but it's got that vision, and you light up this area. And.
Let there be light.
And yeah, unfortunately, Eliza, you've been revealed unless you want to stay in the corridor.
yeah, no, I am staying in the dark. I like this advantage I have.
But Alara and Eve, you see these various sort of ornate designs all scattered across each of the walls.
Also, anytime you need me to reroll stealth, please do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna study these runes or whatever on the wall.
Yeah, give me a history check, please.
Am I good at history check? Let me look.
That's a 17.
A 17. With a 17, you begin sort of studying the walls, and along
Oh, I am good at history.
a very, very long time ago, there used to exist several sort of tiers of godhood. You don't know too much about them, but you don't know what they were called. There's barely anything on these. Most of them have been sealed away, hidden, for who knows what reason, but there is a small sort of legend that is, or has been sort of passed around, specifically your family, about these beings who are incredibly powerful, almost like the prelude to godhood.
I know what this is a prelude to.
And these beings used to go through these ancient trials, which are sort of depicted on the walls. A large ancient red dragon battling what almost looks to be a satyr in sort of a battle. There's sort of depictions of mazes and all sorts of other feats, all sort of gathering
I start writing / jotting all this down in my notebook.
Do I recognize the satyr?
The satyr.
I rolled a 17 on the history check as well, so I would, I guess, know like the same thing Eve did, unless there's something
Yes.
weird in my
Everything.
background.
You're gonna guess that specifically since you're after that particular knowledge, you've heard some legends from your own family before the incident where you died, and you've heard of two beings, specifically from your father and mother. One was called Raymond Clark, but the other one could potentially be either Envy or Iden.
Let me start writing this down.
And they're all fairly prominent figures. You're gonna say probably the most prominent back of in terms of age and how long they were alive for would have been Raymond Clark, also originally known as the Sky King. But other than that, most of these are fairly sort of old, and you wouldn't recognize anything else except for maybe the dragon.
Oh, dragon? Oh, yes. Anything special about this dragon?
This dragon is massive, sporting many different scars, and the scales of him almost look to be tinted this sort of almost ruby red. And you feel like you should know the name of this dragon. You feel like it should have been something you learned, but you can't recall it.
Okay. And the Saturn is connected to Aiden or who?
The satyr, you're guessing could either be one of three people, and these are some of the people you've heard about throughout history, and that would be Iden Wingfeather, Indy Wingfeather, or Raymond Clark. Those were the most three prominent satyrs from what you can sort of guess from the sort of things and what you've heard in your past.
Okay.
Anyway, Nakasta and Iris, you guys are heading down this corridor, and you feel something move.
Oh.
And roll me initiative, real quick.
Everybody roll the initiative. 7.
Lara, you won't have to. I think it's only Iris and Nakasta.
It's just Iris and Nakasta.
Wait, what? Aren't they with us?
Nope.
No, they weren't.
Oh.
They went down the other tunnel.
And I got a 20. I can put it next to our names.
Okay. You got a 20. Okay, first off, this thing is going to attempt to grapple you, Iris, and does 11 manage to grapple you? So basically, give me a contested athletics or acrobatics check, please.
Oh, that's just rolling the thingy, right?
Strength or dex.
Yeah, that's rolling either acrobatics or athletics.
I rolled acrobatics. I got a nat 20.
With a nat 20, you sort of shake this thing off. And Iris, what are you doing?
Oh, good question.
Remember, you cannot see a thing.
What if I Eldritch Blast in the general direction where it came from?
Then roll this at disadvantage, please. If you're going to try and hit this thing.
But it tried to grapple me. Would I not know where it... Okay.
Nope. It's completely pitch black for you.
And
10, you go to strike this thing, and you just sort of hear your blast sort of go into the darkness. You're not sure if you hit or not.
wait.
Nakaste, what are
do
you
we
doing?
hear the firebolt in the distance down the hallway?
Give me a second, please. Nakaste, what are you doing?
Okay.
Can I smack it?
You don't know where it is.
Oh, well, that's useful.
See
Oh.
nothing.
Well, that's not helpful at all. I don't really have anything to do here.
You can
Well,
attack.
you can
however,
try to
it'll
hit
be
it.
at this. Yep, you can always try to hit it.
Oh, just.
Alright, fine. I'm a yeet that hand axe I found in its general direction.
What do you mean, yeet?
Roll
throw
that,
it.
please, at disadvantage. Use your strength for this weapon, please.
Use strength, what, instead of its regular hit thing?
Yeah, use
Okay.
strength. Yeah, you sort
Oh,
of
it's
throw it across the room. Again, you're not sure if it hits anything or not. Alara, Eliza, and Eve, give me perception checks, please.
That's a 15 for me.
Meanwhile, Iris, you get sort of... Actually, let's go Nakaste. Nakaste, you get slammed by something in the darkness. And you take... Oh gosh, I rolled max damage. Oh gosh.
It's so cold.
I know.
You
You take 22 damage, Nakaste. From something
I only have
slamming
10
right
health
into your
right
side.
So,
Saving throws.
And Nakaste,
Nakaste-
you just fall straight down.
How do I reset these? Do I just get rid of them?
yeah, just click on them.
Okay.
Nakaste is down! Horse is down!
The horse is down.
D&D
No. You
D&D
gotta remove
Beyond
the
dice.
rage. Nakaste. As a bonus action, it would have only done 11 damage if you had done that.
Why would I rage at nothing?
He would have still gone down.
Yeah, I still would
Yeah.
have gone down.
Unfortunate.
Nakaste is badly injured.
But
That's
what,
because
what did
that's
you
because
get?
of the orc.
What
Yeah.
did you get on perception, Eliza?
I got a 17.
A 17. I would say, Eliza, you hear this first. This sort of shriek and sort of some commotion heading down the hall. And let me remind you, you have no idea when Nakaste and Iris are.
I'm going to sigh very loudly and very obviously. God damn it, those two are up to mischief. They must have gone down the other corridor.
God damn it. Let's go save them.
Okay, and let me just quickly work out how many feet this is.
And I'm going to continue to stay in the dark for as long as possible.
Are you guys dashing down the corridor?
Yup.
Yeah, how far can each of you guys move?
That would be 60 feet dashing for me.
60 feet? Okay, you don't quite reach the commotion this turn, but you are very close.
How far away am I?
You're gonna say maybe 20 feet from the commotion? What about you, Lara? How far can you move?
Well, I'm in my human form at this point, so I'm gonna transform to my other form and dash.
Okay, I believe
So
that is
bonus action transform, action dash, and 60 feet.
another 60 feet. Again, you're
Actually, I fly, so I can actually get 80 feet, right? Yeah, I can fly.
Yeah.
To get faster.
You're directly at the commotion right now.
Do I see it?
You sort of look around and you can see this sort of almost tentacle of wood and sort of like spiraling up the sort of sides of this sort of square room with 4 different passageways heading in different directions, and Nakaste unconscious on the floor, and Iris seemingly unable to see anything in here. There are no braziers on the wall. And Eliza, how far can you move? Keep in mind you're closer. What are you doing, Eliza?
What's
I'm
True
gonna
say?
just see the creature.
Yeah, you can get in range where you can just about see it. With, I would say, 5, 10, 15,
Wait, does
20,
Eliza doesn't have dark vision, does she?
Yeah, I do.
You would have to dash to be able to just barely see it.
And it can't see me.
Yep.
Even if it has dark vision.
Yep. Good thing it doesn't have dark vision.
The invisibility from being in darkness.
But yeah.
That's why you guys see me.
You can see it, Eliza. You had to use dash to be able to see it, though. It's at the end of your turn.
Yep.
Well, I think I can see Eliza if she's within a certain distance of me. But other than that, no.
Yeah, only if she's within blind sight distance. But yeah, Alara, Eliza, Eve, roll me initiative, please.
Oh, yes, initiative. My favorite.
Ooh. That's a 21.
You can see everything.
And the caster unfortunately went down. It's been sitting on low HP. It's gone down. Alara, what did you get?
Oh, I got a 17. I put it in my name on Discord.
Oh, what about you, Eve?
15, I'll put it by my name in Discord.
15. Okay, Iris, it is your turn. Actually, Eliza, sorry, it's your turn. You've just come around the corner.
So, like, is this after I've dashed?
Yes,
or am I
this would
still
be after your dash.
Well, guess who's gotta get shot with an arrow?
I know.
The bastard.
Roll to hit.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. What did you roll to hit?
Why is it?
How far away is it?
It is about 15, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. About 40 feet away from you.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, you can cast Hunter's Mark on it.
And then I'm gonna shoot it.
Yep.
That is a 17.
A 17 hits. Roll damage, please.
Okay. So, that is a 6. And that would be 11 damage.
11 damage. You sort of go to sort of hit into it. What type of damage is this?
Piercing and bludgeoning.
Okay. And I presume you're just using your regular attack weapon?
Just normal arrows.
Yeah, you hit it. It almost seems to not take as much damage as you were expecting, but it does deal some damage. Next up, Iris, your turn. Nakaste is down. What are you doing, Iris?
No, I can't do anything about that. He's on his own. How
You're
far
on
away
fire.
is the thing from me?
I would say maybe 5-10 feet away from you.
Sweet. Can I do Fey presence on it?
Fey presence, what does that do?
Once per short rest, as an action, you can cause each creature in a 10-foot cube to make a wisdom saving throw or become charmed or frightened.
Okay.
Until the
What is the
next turn.
save? DC.
DC 13.
DC 13. You begin sort of focusing in, and you hear all like the sort of attacks die down softly. Are you charming or frightening it?
I scare it. I'll scare it.
Okay. And do keep in mind the frightened condition means it has a disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls whilst you are within its sight.
Awesome.
And anything else? Iris?
That's all I could do, really.
Okay. And Alara, your turn.
Let's see. Let me look at the Cure Wounds spell real quick. What's your spellcasting modifier? We're gonna cast Cure Wounds on poor Nakaste here. Looks like he is not currently having a good day.
Yeah, and you head over to Nakaste, and with that sort of like light sort of flash of green, Nakaste, you feel yourself sort of the energy returning to you, and you are now back up on your feet with how much health?
So I rolled a 4 plus spell modifier, so 7.
And you are now on 7 hit points, Nakaste.
And
Yay.
now, for my bonus action, I would like to try to grapple the wooden tentacle.
Yeah, you can rush forward and sort of attempt to leap onto it. And give me an athletics check, please.
That's a 12.
A 12. This thing has disadvantage, and it is going to fail. It is now grappled.
Yeah. Now it has advantage on attack rolls against it.
Yep, you guys have advantage on attack rolls against it, and has disadvantage since attacking you guys. However, it already had that. Next up, Eve, your turn.
I'm going to move the last 20 feet into the room as soon as I see this thing because of dark vision.
Yep.
Can I see that it's made of wood?
It is. Yes, you can.
I yell to Alara, watch out, things are about to get hot, and firebolt on this thing.
Roll to hit, please, at advantage.
That's a 23.
Roll damage, please.
Is it vulnerable because it's made of wood?
Roll damage, please.
That is 7 damage.
And this thing just goes whoosh.
Ha! I was waiting for my turn so I could just roast this thing alive.
And it begins to just slamming one of its sort of tendrils of its roots around it. It sort of begin batting out the fire, and eventually does so.
Wait, isn't it grappled? Wait, hold on.
Yeah, it's
Grappled.
grappled.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I forgot I could have done something.
This thing is going to roll at disadvantage, and it is
Yeah,
going to completely miss its target.
I forgot I could have twin spelled that firebolt.
And let's go snappy here. Eliza, what are you doing?
Am I
Come
still in the
back,
dark?
that tentacle.
Yes, you are still in the dark. The firebolt has died down. It is no longer lighting up the area, and you were quite far away from it.
I'm going to attack it again.
Roll to hit, please.
That's a
You're
23.
gonna take like. I feel like you're gonna
hits.
take like
Roll damage,
rogue
please.
levels later.
The rogue, ranger class.
Now all you need to do is multi-class 2 levels in rogue or some levels in rogue for sneak attack.
So that is 3 piercing and 2 bludgeoning.
So 3 piercing and 2 bludgeoning barely does anything to this thing. And next up, if that's all you're gonna do, it would be Iris, your turn.
Oh, yay. I would press Eldritch Blast. No, Eldritch Blast on it.
Yep, roll to hit, please. At advantage.
Advantage?
Yep.
Can Iris see in the dark normally?
Oh yeah, sorry, just normal. I keep forgetting.
Confused.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's because currently Alara's grappling it, so you're rolling normally.
Okay.
No.
This thing is still alive.
Coste, kick it in the somewhere.
Let's see.
It's a tentacle. Just kick it anywhere.
It's made of wood. Burn it.
I do not hit it. I rolled a net one.
Yeah, you go to hit this
Normal
thing,
roll.
and your Eldritch Blast goes wide into the ceiling with a bit of a boom, sort of showering down a bit of dust onto Alara. Next up it is Alara, your turn. What are you doing? You're still grappling this thing.
Let's say the cost, Iris. This is a pottery class. I wouldn't know what a pottery class is. Wait, I retcon that.
I retcon that.
I'm gonna go bite it.
Okay.
Brain is going to have to remember something real quick. Oh, it doesn't matter. That's right. 18.
Yep, that hits. Roll damage, please. And also roll damage type separately, please. And tell me what you rolled.
Ah, yes. So that'll be a plus ability mod. 8 piercing damage, and then d6 of lightning damage.
Okay, and you guys are slowly taking this thing down. Next up, Caster, your turn.
Yeah, sorry, that was 6 lightning damage.
What'd you
Okay.
like to do?
I'm still completely blind, aren't I?
Yep.
And now I have no app.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can I? Has anyone hit this thing? Can I see where they were aiming?
Unfortunately, no, it's still at
Kinda.
It's at regular now because Alara's grappling. So it's just sort of a regular attack roll.
I mean, can I see Alara, or are they both in the dark
No,
from my
they're
point
in
of
the
view?
dark.
Well, if I can work out where its head is, I want to stomp on it a whole bunch.
Okay, please roll to hit.
Okay. What are we rolling? Is that just hooves? Are you rolling hooves?
I mean, does that count as hooves or unarmed if I'm trying to stomp on its head?
I would say hooves. Count them as hooves.
Yeah, hooves.
17.
That hits.
17 to hit.
Roll damage, please. What damage type is it? Bludgeoning?
Yeah, bludgeoning.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you guys are slowly and surely just starting to whittle this thing down. Anything else to cast, eh?
Am I within 10 feet of it?
Well, I assumed you were near me and I was 10 feet of it.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm happy. I'll back off a little.
Okay. That is great because since you've struck it, it gets an opportunity attack.
Oh, fuck.
Don't
Uh,
worry, it's a disadvantage.
yeah. Does a 12 hit?
No.
No, my AC's.
You sort of feel this sort of rush of wind coming, and you dodge out of the way. And next up, Eve, your turn.
What do you think I'm gonna cast? Fireball! Fireball!
Advantage, please.
Yeah, please do not hit me with the fireball. I beg.
That's a 19.
Yep, that definitely hits.
And that's max damage for 10.
And honestly, how do you want to do this?
Yes! I want to turn it into fucking charcoal.
You just blast this massive stream at it. You guys can all see it now as you sort of blast it all across the walls because it's all sort of like half buried in these walls, and you have to sort of melt it to a charred crisp. And it all begins blackening and falling away, revealing this small little passageway and set into stone. However, that is where we're going to end today's session.
Do we level up from beating this thing?
Nope. No level up yet.
No!
It's only CR2.
The whole area is kind of very beneficial to me at the moment.
Yes. All you need now is rogue levels and you'll just...
I am glad I did this build.
You can take a couple. Actually, Glimstalker, I think you get access to darkness as a spell, right? I don't know.
Anyway,
decided that you're a...
Eve, favourite moment of the session, please.
Probably turning that thing to charcoal and the whole glyph room.
Alara, favourite moment of the session, please.
Being glad that I attuned to the shield and that we all didn't drown.
Yeah, that was
It's like,
pretty good.
huh, this shield seems oddly specifically made for a very specific instance. And then you said water, and I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, but you're gathering all of the speed types, movement types.
Eliza, favourite moment, please.
It's a toss-up between the gun being invisible.
Nakasi.
Sure, it's not hasn't really been super useful at the moment, but goddammit, it's fun.
This dungeon is your playground, basically.
Yep, and you guys are now trapped in the dungeon and have to work your way out somehow. Nakasi, favourite moment of the session, please.
I like it down here. There's spiders I can eat.
Robbing that dead guy.
Ah, yes, robbing the dead guy of his skull and Eve resurrecting him without his head.
Oh yes, that was another favourite part of my session. Actually using my bloodline powers for once.
Can you see how it can be quite strong?
Yes, the fact that I get 2 undead for the price of 1.
No, that is to do with your tattoo, to be honest.
I know.
Anyway, Iris, lucky last, favourite moment of the session, please.
Isn't like create undead like a 6th level spell?
This wasn't create undead, this was animate dead.
Yep.
Oh.
That's per level.
I've never played a necromancer before, so I don't know.
I don't actually get create undead.
You can pick it up.
Yes, I can.
Anyway, Iris, favourite moment of the session, please.
I don't really have a favourite moment.
Not even the you sort of stealing the skull. And what about the liver moment with the liver and the necklace? Nope.
It was a bit annoying to be held back, honestly. Just because you guys thought it was trapped.
way, Hidden, now you know how I feel about the armor. Or felt about the armor.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, but my character is a cautious person.
That's so good.
Anyway, any
Well, to be
feedback?
fair,
Real quick before I'll let you guys all head off because I know some of you are tired. Any feedback?
Nah.
No, nothing really from me, except for one thing: get the genders right.
I feel like that's kind of a.
He's trying.
It's not
I
really
know
a big issue.
it really isn't, but still.
I'm notoriously bad at remembering.
I'm trying to come up with like good criticism. Good criticism.
I don't actually normally run dungeons like this. This is like like maybe the second time I've ever run a dungeon in Dungeons and Dragons.
You are actually pretty
Good,
good
it's
at it.
fun. I like it.
Yeah, so do I. And the fact that there's lore stuff in here for us to get as well.
Oh yeah.
I like the puzzles. Even though I had no way to solve the trap room puzzle that we were in the first time, but you know, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's a party
The
thing to
fact
figure
that
out.
you left a skeleton there. Yeah, you left a. Did you actually leave that skeleton as the soul for that puzzle that I solved? Or did I just figure that out myself?
I also like the fact that I could just autism brain my way out one of the puzzles. Just finding the most obvious sounding solution, and it was right.
Yes, you did the wrong math to get the right answer, and then I gave you the right math.
And poor Nakaste just got struck by max damage. I rolled 3 6s. It was like 3d6. I rolled 3 6s, and I'm like, oh gosh.
Oh, by the way, one question I have for you, Spuckle. Was that thing actually vulnerable to fire?
Yes, it was.
Yes!
I was gonna yell something about fire, but I
would.
figured you'd put A and B together.
Yes.
Anyway, Nakaste and Iris, I believe you guys might have the most interesting feedback, so I'd like to hear if you've guys got any feedback for what I could do to make things more interesting for both of you. Because I'm not entirely certain what you two want out of a session. Yet. I'm still trying to work that out.
Whatever do you mean?
I
think
liked it.
this
I
one's
was
a bit
pretty
of
engaged.
manic chaos.
I know Lara wants to fight. Eliza just wants to use all her abilities and be able to do things and feel useful. Eve just wants to find some cool things.
I want lore, and I want cool things, and I want to be able to use my abilities.
But I'm not certain about you two, Nakaste and Iris. To be honest.
That's what caused mischief.
Oh. We'll tell you when we figured it out.
Yes,
I don't know.
please,
It's just fun to play.
Well, then you guys are free to go, and that is the end of Hellraiser.